I'm Melvin Jerusalem. Pinsan po natin yung belt natin. Maraming salamat po sa Pilipinas sa patuloy niyong pagsuporta. Thank you so much and God bless.
James Trent for the untouchable True School Sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire. And y'all know the rest, man. Now listen, this is my post-fight review for Melvin Jerusalem and Yudai Shigeoka, the rematch. You know, they both were squaring off the illustrious WBC minimum weight title. And your result of the fight is Melvin Jerusalem winning again, defending the belt again, and winning this fight in a much more conclusive fashion. Now, this fight wasn't as explosive as the first fight. You know, in the first fight, Melvin Jerusalem, you know, he wound up dropping Yudai Shigeoka, and he proved to be very explosive in the early parts of that fight. This fight didn't really have those moments of explosiveness from Melvin Jerusalem because you had Yudai Shigeoka come with a different approach. I think in the first fight, Yudai was a lot more aggressive. In this fight, you had Yudai Shigeoka playing the role of counterpuncher a lot more. You know, I think he was trying to wait Melvin Jerusalem out and make Melvin come to him and then counterpunch in between his punches because Melvin is an aggressive fighter. So, you know, he had some success in spots. But what I think Yudai didn't expect was Melvin Jerusalem's boxing IQ and his fighting instincts. Melvin did a great job in this fight of you know, placing the right hand when he needed to and just picking up on the timing of Yudai Shigeoka and what Yudai was trying to do. So there were a lot of times where Yudai would, you know, block a shot and then, you know, not really, he wouldn't really open up. He wasn't really opening up like he was the first time. And then when he did, Melvin was timing him very, very well. So I was really impressed with Melvin. I was really impressed with how Melvin Jerusalem held his ground. I was very impressed with how Melvin Jerusalem was able to punch in between the shots. And even with, because when you're fighting a skillful southpaw, high-level southpaw fighter, if they don't open up and if they don't give you any offense to work with, sometimes it gets difficult. Sometimes it gets hard to land your power punches. And Melvin Jerusalem did not have that problem in this fight. He still found a home for the right hand to the head, for the right hand to the body. He just wasn't able to land those big-time explosive combinations. But he landed enough punches for Yudai Shigeoka to respect him. And I think, you know, even though it's been Melvin Jerusalem lost to Collazo, it's about 4 fights ago. And I think in the 4 fights since then, the 2 fights he's had against Yudai Shigeoka and the other 2 fights he had, I think, you know, Melvin Jerusalem has matured and actually gotten better. And Collazo is still kicking ass and taking names. So now, all of a sudden, you know, Collazo versus Melvin Jerusalem is it's an even bigger and better fight than it was the first time because I think right now, for the time being, these are the number 1 and number 2 minimum weight fighters. You know, Pedro Tajuan is very good too, but I would say these are the number 1 and number 2 fighters at 105. And funny enough, because, you know, Puerto Rico, great boxing nation, great tradition, but, you know, not a whole lot of Puerto Rican world champions right now in boxing. Same thing for the Philippines. So I think there's an argument to be made that, you know, Melvin Jerusalem and Collazo could quite possibly both be the best fighter in all of boxing from the Philippines and the best fighter in all of boxing from Puerto Rico. That's a real possibility. So this fight's a lot better. I think Melvin Jerusalem's IQ has grown since the first Collazo fight. In two fights against a high-level southpaw like Yudai Shigeoka, it should help the IQ and the experience and the just comfortability of what Melvin Jerusalem wants to do in the ring going into the Collazo rematch. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, really, really impressed by him and just how he was able to, you know, still find a home for the significant punches he wanted to land, despite the fact that Yudai Shigeoka just wasn't opening up. And look, fair play to the judges in Japan. 2 of the judges had it wide, and the closest scorecard was a 116-112 scorecard. So even though like it wasn't a fight that felt, it wasn't one of those fights that felt lopsided, but you know, Melvin was getting a lot of close rounds because when Yudai would open up, Melvin would land the more critical shots. He was pushing back. Yudai Shigeoka can't push Melvin back. See, Collazo stopped Melvin Jerusalem because and he beat Melvin Jerusalem because he hit him with punches to push him back and hurt him and make him think twice about coming forward. That was not the case with Yudai Shigeoka. Yudai Shigeoka, skillful fighter, a very good southpaw, and I like Yudai Shigeoka a lot. I like him a lot. But he's not the puncher that his brother Jinjiro is. He doesn't have that kind of explosiveness. He doesn't have that kind of just dynamic offensive attack to him. So he has to win his fights at the higher levels against the top fighters using his boxing skills. And for Melvin Jerusalem had enough IQ to match what Yudai was trying to bring to the table. So great fight from him. Melvin Jerusalem flying that flag high for Pinoy boxing, for the Filipino fighters, and he maintains his world championship status in the sport. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think about the fight? How do you see Melvin Jerusalem versus Oscar Collazo in the rematch? I think the rematch is going to be a much better fight than the first fight, just because Melvin Jerusalem has been he's been fighting top competition. He fought Yudai Shigeoka twice, and I think he will have learned a lot in those 24 rounds against Yudai. So I'm going to leave it at that. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take your eyes. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you click right over here.